Commander Cody raises his blaster. Obi-Wan Kenobi is still on Utapau. Mace Windu's lightsaber is pressed against Palpatine's throat in the Chancellor's office, and Anakin Skywalker is meditating in the Jedi Temple. Order 66 has just been issued, 24 hours too early. Palpatine hasn't turned Anakin yet. The Jedi haven't moved against the Chancellor yet. The plan, the perfect plan that took a decade to build, has just been triggered before a single piece was in place. And the galaxy is about to break in a way no one, not even the Sith, predicted. Here's what I want you to think about while you watch this. If Order 66 hit 24 hours early, before Anakin turned, do you think he fights for the Jedi? Or does he still fall? Drop your answer right now. I'll pin the most interesting one. So here's the scenario. Something goes wrong in Palpatine's network. Maybe a clone officer on a remote world received a corrupted transmission. Maybe a separatist intelligence team cracked into Republic military channels and pushed the signal to cause chaos. Maybe Palpatine himself made a mistake. One slip of the finger, one command issued from muscle memory during a moment of arrogance. It doesn't matter how it happened. What matters is what happens next. The biochips in every clone trooper across the galaxy activate simultaneously.
Execute Order 66.
On Utapau, Commander Cody receives the order while Obi-Wan is mid-pursuit of General Grievous. The timing is almost identical to the original, but with one massive difference. In the original timeline, Obi-Wan had already killed Grievous. The battle was won, his guard was down. This time, Obi-Wan is still fighting. His senses are razor sharp. His lightsaber is already in his hand. When the cannon blast comes, Obi-Wan doesn't fall. He senses the shift in the Force a half second before impact, and he moves. The shot clips his Varactyl mount, sending him tumbling into the sinkhole. But he's already calculating, already surviving. On Kashyyyk, Yoda feels the disturbance. But again, this time is different. In the original timeline, Yoda sensed Order 66 at the exact moment of execution because every Jedi across the galaxy was dying at once, flooding the Force with agony. This time, the Jedi are still in active combat. Their deaths don't register as massacre. They register as war. The signal is muddied. Yoda senses something wrong, but he doesn't know what. Not yet. Now here's where it gets truly catastrophic. For Palpatine. In the original timeline, Order 66 was perfectly synchronized. Anakin had already turned. The Jedi were already declared traitors. The Senate had already been manipulated into accepting emergency powers. Every domino was set. But 24 hours early? None of that has happened. Mace Windu hasn't confronted Palpatine yet. Anakin hasn't ordered Palpatine as a Sith Lord. The Jedi Council is still in session, still debating strategy for the Outer Rim sieges. And most critically, Anakin Skywalker is still a Jedi. Palpatine is in his office when the first reports start coming in. Clone troopers across the galaxy are firing on their Jedi commanders. His personal comm lights up with confused transmissions from sector governors. And for the first time in a decade of flawless manipulation, Darth Sidious feels something he hasn't felt since Darth Plagueis was alive. But Sidious is not a fool. He's spent decades building contingencies. Within seconds, he's calculating. The order has been given. He didn't recall it. The biochips are one way. The clones are committed. So now he has to make reality fit the lie. He opens a direct channel to the Senate. Emergency session. His voice, trembling, perfectly performed, tells the galaxy that the Jedi have launched a military coup against the Republic. That clone intelligence uncovered the plot just in time. That Order 66 is a defensive measure to protect democracy. The same lie. Just 24 hours too soon. And that's the problem. Because this time, the Jedi are still alive to respond. Anakin is in the temple when it begins. He's not meditating by choice. He's waiting. Padme told him just hours ago that she's frightened. About the war. About their future. About the dreams he's been having. He's restless. He's anxious. His mind is already crackling under the weight of Palpatine's whispers about Darth Plagueis, about saving the ones you love, about the power the Jedi would never teach him. He hasn't decided anything yet. That's the critical detail. In the original timeline, Anakin had 24 more hours of manipulation, 24 more hours of Palpatine dripping poison into his ear, 24 more hours of the Jedi making him feel distrusted. In this timeline, Anakin Skywalker is still on the edge, and Order 66 just shoved the galaxy before he could fall. The first blaster bolts hit the temple steps. Jedi Knights stationed on guard duty are caught off guard, but not helpless. Without Anakin Skywalker leading the assault, without a fallen chosen one carving through the defenses with a lightsaber, the temple doesn't fall in minutes like it did in the original timeline. It holds. The temple's defenses activate. Jedi Masters who were inside, Shakti, Sindralig, the temple guards, rally immediately. Younglings are moved to the lower vaults. The council chamber becomes a war room. And Anakin Skywalker, standing in the main hall as blaster fire erupts outside, has to make a choice. Think about where Anakin's head is right now. He hasn't been told that Palpatine is a Sith Lord. He was supposed to learn that tomorrow. He hasn't been pushed to the breaking point by Mace Windu's distrust. He hasn't watched Palpatine beg for his life. All he knows is this: the clones, the soldiers he fought beside for 3 years, the men he called brothers, are attacking the Jedi Temple. And the Chancellor of the Republic apparently ordered it. Now, here's what makes this moment devastating. Anakin trusts Palpatine. He genuinely does. Palpatine has been his mentor, his confidant, the one person who told him he was special when the Council made him feel small. So, when the attack begins, Anakin's first instinct isn't rage against the clones or loyalty to the Jedi. His first instinct is confusion. There must be an explanation. He reaches for his communicator to contact Palpatine directly, and that's when Mace Windu stops him. "Skywalker, stop!" Mace Windu is standing in the corridor, lightsaber drawn. His face is granite. He doesn't trust Anakin. He's never fully trusted Anakin. And right now, with the Republic's army attacking the Jedi, he's not about to let the Chancellor's favorite pet make a call that could compromise their position. But here's where the timeline shift works in everyone's favor. In the original story, Mace treated Anakin like a liability, telling him to wait in the council chamber while the adults handled Palpatine. That dismissal broke something in Anakin. It confirmed every fear Palpatine had planted. They'll never respect you. They'll never let you save her. This time, Mace doesn't have that luxury. The temple is under attack. He needs every lightsaber he can get, including Anakin's. We fight together, or we die desperately. Choose now. And Anakin, confused, frightened, still loyal to a Chancellor he doesn't yet know is a Sith Lord, ignites his lightsaber. Blue. He fights for the Jedi, not because he's resolved his doubts, not because he suddenly trusts the Council, but because the clones are killing younglings. And whatever else Anakin Skywalker is, whatever darkness lives inside him, he is not the kind of man who lets children die. Not yet. And now, maybe not ever. This is the moment right here. In the original timeline, Anakin was alone when he made the worst decision in galactic history. In this timeline, Mace Windu, the man who never trusted him, gives him a reason to stay. Do you think that's enough? Or is the darkness already too deep? Tell me in the comments. What follows is the battle we never got to see. Anakin Skywalker, fighting alongside the Jedi, defending the temple instead of destroying it. And he is magnificent. Without the dark side clouding his judgment, Anakin fights with a precision the clones simply cannot match. He moves through the main hall like a storm, deflecting bolts, disabling weapons, even hesitating before delivering killing strikes, because these are men he commanded, men he loved. Rex. He thinks about Rex. And that thought, the one flicker of loyalty to a clone who is more than his programming, is what saves him. Because in this moment, Anakin doesn't dehumanize the enemy. He grieves them. And grief, unlike rage, doesn't lead to the dark side. It leads to resolve. The temple holds. Barely. The outer halls are damaged. Several Jedi Knights fall. But the younglings survive. The archives survive. The heart of the Order survives. And on every Republic military channel, a single message begins to broadcast from the Jedi Temple's comm tower. Shakti's voice, calm and clear. To all Jedi across the galaxy, the clone army has turned against us. This is not a drill. Defend yourselves. Trust in the Force. We are still here. Across Coruscant, Palpatine is watching his masterpiece crumble in real time. The temple hasn't fallen. The Jedi are broadcasting a distress signal. Senators who were supposed to be terrified into compliance are instead asking questions. Why did the clones attack without Senate authorization? Where's the evidence of a Jedi coup? Bail Organa is already mobilizing. Padme Amidala is demanding answers on the Senate floor. Mon Mothma is pulling classified military documents that don't add up. And worst of all, Anakin Skywalker never came to him. Anakin never knelt, never called him master, never marched on the temple with yellow eyes and an army at his back. Palpatine's weapon, his ultimate weapon, chose the wrong side. Now, Sidious has two options. He can try to maintain the political charade, claim ignorance, blame the Order on a rogue officer, and play the long game. Or, he can go all in. He chooses all in, because Darth Sidious doesn't retreat. He accelerates. He addresses the Senate personally. The Jedi have proven today what I have long feared, that they answer to no authority but their own. I am declaring martial law. The Republic is now the first galactic empire, and I am its emperor. But the room doesn't erupt in applause. Not this time. In the original timeline, senators cheered because the Jedi were already dead, because they'd been told for years that the Jedi were dangerous. And now, with the temple burning and not a single Jedi alive to argue otherwise, the lie felt like truth. This time, the Jedi are alive. They're broadcasting, and Padme Amidala is standing on the Senate floor, staring directly at Palpatine, and she says 6 words that shatter everything. The Chancellor ordered the attack himself. The Senate splits. Not cleanly, messily, brutally, the way real political collapse happens. Some systems side with Palpatine out of fear. Others rally behind the Jedi's broadcast. The mid-rim systems, the ones that always felt ignored, see an opportunity and declare independence entirely. Within hours, the galaxy isn't an empire or a republic. It's 3 factions screaming at each other while clone troopers on 100 worlds stand frozen, biochips degrading, some still firing, others lowering their weapons. Some, like Rex, like Wolf, like the others who always felt the wrongness in the chip, ripping the things out of their own heads. Palpatine retreats to his private chambers. He still has the Royal Guard. He still has Mace Windu. He still has the dark side of the Force. But he doesn't have Vader. And without Vader, Darth Sidious is just an old man in a very big chair. The Jedi Order is scarred, but standing. Dozens of Jedi survived across the galaxy because the warning came in time. The Republic is fractured, but it's not dead. And Anakin Skywalker, the Chosen One, stands in the wreckage of a plan that was supposed to destroy him. He doesn't know it yet, but Palpatine was going to take everything from him. His wife, his children, his body, his name. 24 hours from now, he was supposed to become Darth Vader. Instead, he's standing in the sunrise, lightsaber in hand, his wife running toward him. And for the first time in years, the nightmares are silent. The galaxy isn't saved. The war isn't over. Palpatine is still out there. The clones are still a threat. And the Jedi Order has to reckon with every failure that led to this moment. But Anakin Skywalker is still in the light. And in this timeline, that changes everything. Here's what haunts me about this timeline. Anakin didn't turn, not because he was good, not because he rejected the dark side. He didn't turn because he ran out of time. Palpatine needed one more day, one more conversation, one more nightmare to push Anakin over the edge. So the question isn't, would Anakin stay in the light? The question is, how long could he last? I want to hear your answer. Does Anakin eventually fall in this timeline, even without Palpatine's manipulation? Or was the dark side always a choice, not a destiny? Hit the comments. Best answer gets pinned, and I'll respond to it in the next video. If you want to see what happens next in this timeline, the hunt for Palpatine, the clone reckoning, and whether Anakin can hold the line, smash subscribe and turn on notifications, because this story is far from over. The Force has many paths. This one gave the galaxy one more sunrise.